Life in Slovenia, Europe's paradise, hidden rules, and $500 budget secrets. Imagine a place in Europe where you can live like you're on vacation, but without spending a fortune. What if I told you that you could enjoy this paradise for just $500 a month? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me introduce you to Slovenia, a hidden gem in Europe that offers stunning landscapes, rich culture, and incredible affordability. Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll reveal how you can make the most of your time in Slovenia without breaking the bank. From breathtaking lakes and mountains to a lifestyle that's slower, simpler, and much cheaper than you might think, Slovenia has it all. Whether you're looking for adventure or relaxation, this country provides everything you need at a fraction of the cost of other European destinations. If you've ever wondered how to live in Europe on a budget, you're about to find out. If you think Europe's all about expensive cities like Paris or London, think again. Nestled between Italy, Austria, Croatia, and Hungary, Slovenia might just be the best-kept secret in Europe. This small country offers some of the most breathtaking landscapes in the world, yet it remains surprisingly affordable. Imagine living in a place where crystal-clear lakes, towering mountains, and ancient castles surround you. And all of this comes at a fraction of the price of other European destinations. Sounds too good to be true? Let me explain why Slovenia is truly a hidden gem that will leave you stunned. Slovenia is a nature lover's paradise. To the north, you have the snow-capped Alps, perfect for skiing or hiking. The central part of the country is covered with lush green forests, making it ideal for peaceful retreats or outdoor adventures. And let's not forget the stunning coastline along the Adriatic Sea, where you can relax on beautiful beaches without the crowds of more popular Mediterranean destinations. Slovenia is packed with so many natural wonders that it is almost impossible to see them all in one visit. Then there's Lake Bled, arguably Slovenia's most iconic spot. Imagine a beautiful lake surrounded by rolling hills, with an island in the middle featuring a tiny church and a medieval castle sitting atop a cliff overlooking the water. It's a view that seems like it's straight out of a fairy tale. But what makes Slovenia stand out is not just its stunning landscapes. The capital city, Ljubljana, is another jewel of the country. Known for its charming old town, pedestrian-friendly streets, and vibrant atmosphere, Ljubljana offers a mix of history, culture, and modern living. It's a city where you can enjoy outdoor cafes along the riverbanks or stroll through cobblestone streets lined with beautiful architecture. And here, that's where things get interesting. Slovenia offers all of this beauty and charm at prices that will make your jaw drop. While many other European destinations are known for their sky-high costs, Slovenia is an exception. You can find budget-friendly accommodations, inexpensive meals, and low-cost transportation. In fact, living in Slovenia can be incredibly affordable. A one-bedroom apartment in the capital might cost you less than $400 a month. You can enjoy a delicious local meal for around $10. And public transport around the country is incredibly cheap, with train rides from one city to another costing as little as $5. But it's not just about affordability. It's about how Slovenia has managed to keep its prices low while offering an incredible quality of life. One of the reasons Slovenia is so affordable is because the locals are used to living simply, yet comfortably. There's no rush in this country, no need to live extravagantly. The focus is on enjoying life at a slower pace, whether that's relaxing by a lake, hiking in the mountains, or sipping coffee at one of Ljubljana's many cozy cafes. This lifestyle of simplicity is what makes Slovenia stand out. You don't need to live in luxury to enjoy your time here. Everything you need is at your fingertips, and it doesn't come with an expensive price tag. So, how can Slovenia offer so much for so little? A big part of it comes down to the country's lower cost of living compared to other European countries. Slovenia doesn't rely on mass tourism like cities such as Paris or Rome, which means prices remain manageable for locals and visitors alike. And while Slovenia is often overshadowed by its neighboring countries, its charm lies in its understated beauty and affordability. It's a place where you can experience European life without feeling the pressure to constantly keep up with expensive costs. Whether you're interested in Slovenia for its natural beauty, rich history, or affordable lifestyle, it truly offers something for everyone. The best part? It's not just a dream to live or travel here on a budget. With careful planning and local insight, you can enjoy everything Slovenia has to offer without breaking the bank. So, are you ready to explore this hidden gem? In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the cost of living in Slovenia, give you tips on how to save money, and show you how you can experience the best of the country on a budget. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why Slovenia should be on your travel list and how it can offer a European experience without the steep price tag. Slovenia, the European paradise. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't Europe expensive? And to be honest, you're not wrong to think that. But that's exactly what makes Slovenia so unique. Imagine a country that combines the best of European landscapes without the heavy price tag. Slovenia is a hidden gem tucked away in the heart of Europe, and it has a lot to offer. From the snow-capped peaks of the Julian Alps to the tranquil waters of Lake Bled, Slovenia is truly a paradise for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. And the best part? It won't cost you an arm and a leg to experience all of this. If you've ever dreamed of hiking through the Alps, Slovenia is the place to be. The Julian Alps are like a playground for anyone who loves the outdoors. Whether you're an experienced hiker or someone who just wants to take a leisurely walk through the mountains, there's something here for everyone. You can find trails that range from easy walks to challenging climbs, all offering stunning views of the surrounding landscape. Imagine standing on a mountain peak, looking out over rolling hills and lush forests. It's a feeling you won't easily forget, and the best part is that it's all affordable. You don't have to spend thousands to enjoy Slovenia's natural beauty. And then there's Lake Bled, which is probably one of the most famous spots in Slovenia. It's like something straight out of a fairy tale. Picture this: a crystal-clear lake surrounded by towering mountains, with a little island in the center that holds a beautiful church. The view is so breathtaking that you'll want to spend hours just soaking it all in. You can even take a traditional wooden boat, known as a pletna, to the island. Or if you're feeling a little more adventurous, you can swim across the lake. The atmosphere here is so peaceful, it's hard to believe that such a place exists in today's world. But Slovenia isn't just about nature, it's also about the people. The locals here are some of the warmest and most welcoming people you'll ever meet. Unlike some other touristy spots in Europe, where locals can sometimes feel distant or uninterested in visitors, Slovenians are genuinely proud of their country and love to share it with others. Whether you're chatting with a shopkeeper, enjoying a meal at a local restaurant, or just walking through the streets of Ljubljana, you'll always feel like you're part of the community. There's a certain kindness here that makes the experience even more special. Speaking of Ljubljana, Slovenia's capital city is a perfect blend of old and new. The city is small, charming, and full of character. You can stroll through the streets, passing by historic buildings, beautiful bridges, and cozy cafes. The vibe here is so relaxed, you can easily lose yourself in the city for hours without feeling rushed. And while Ljubljana is the largest city in Slovenia, it's still incredibly affordable compared to other European capitals. A meal in a local restaurant will cost you a fraction of what you would pay in cities like Paris or Rome. You can sip coffee at a local cafe for just a few euros, and the prices for accommodation are much lower than in major tourist hotspots. Whether you're looking to explore the city's history or simply enjoy its laid-back atmosphere, Ljubljana has something for everyone. One of the things that makes Slovenia so unique is how it effortlessly blends tradition with modernity. You can find yourself hiking through ancient forests, walking along centuries-old castles, or exploring small villages that have been around for hundreds of years. Yet, in the same day, you could enjoy a meal at a trendy restaurant, visit a modern art gallery, or experience the country's vibrant music scene. Slovenia offers the perfect balance between the old and the new, and this blend is what makes it feel like a peaceful retreat, untouched by the hustle and bustle of bigger European cities. Slovenia is a country where you can escape the crowds, reconnect with nature, and experience a slower pace of life. It's a place where you can relax, explore, and find peace in the midst of beautiful landscapes. Whether you're a nature enthusiast, history lover, or just someone looking to take a break from the fast-paced life of larger cities, Slovenia offers a little bit of everything. It's a country that invites you to slow down, breathe, and enjoy the simple pleasures in life. What is even more amazing is that you don't have to break the bank to experience all of this. Slovenia offers so much for such an affordable price. It's not often that you find a place so rich in beauty and culture without the high costs that usually come with European travel. From the serene landscapes to the welcoming people, Slovenia truly feels like a paradise. And the best part? It's a paradise that's within reach, without the hefty price tag that you might expect from a European destination of this caliber. Slovenia's hidden rules. What they don't tell you. But here's the twist. Slovenia isn't just stunning. There are a few rules about life here that might surprise you. Ever heard of the Slovenian pause? It's a cultural norm that involves taking time for yourself, whether that's to relax by the lake, hike through the mountains, or simply enjoy a quiet moment with a cup of coffee. This is a lifestyle that may seem slow or laid back to some, but it's actually one of the key reasons Slovenians are able to live a rich life without spending a fortune. It's not about rushing through everything. It's about appreciating what you have and living in the moment. And surprisingly, this slow pace can save you a lot of money. Many tourists miss this aspect of Slovenian life, and that's one reason they end up overspending in places they shouldn't. You see, Slovenia is not like the busy cities that make you feel like you have to keep moving constantly. There's no pressure to be on the go every second, and this takes the stress off. Take Ljubljana, for instance, the capital city. While many tourists rush to take pictures of the main sights or shop in the busiest streets, locals take their time to stroll down quieter alleyways, sip coffee at a cafe, or just enjoy the scenery. The Slovenian pause is about slowing down and truly appreciating the beauty of your surroundings, whether it's a peaceful walk in the park or a calm moment by the lake. By embracing this slower pace, Slovenians avoid the need to rush into unnecessary spending or activities. They are not as likely to fall for the impulse buys that so many tourists do when they're caught up in the whirlwind of sightseeing and city life. Instead, they focus on the simpler pleasures that often cost nothing at all. This slower lifestyle is also reflected in the way locals approach travel. Have you ever heard of slow travel? While many tourists try to see everything in a hurry, moving from one major attraction to another, locals in Slovenia believe in taking their time and immersing themselves in the experience. Rather than rushing through a city or village, they take the time to explore it thoroughly, savoring every detail. For instance, instead of hopping from one famous spot to another in a day, Slovenians might spend hours at a cafe, chatting with friends or strangers, enjoying a quiet moment and letting time pass without the need for packed schedules. The idea is that travel shouldn't be about ticking off lists of must-see places, but about experiencing a place fully, soaking in its atmosphere, and making memories along the way. You might think this sounds like a lazy way to travel, but in fact, it's the opposite. It's actually a more sustainable and affordable way to experience a place. By slowing down, you're less likely to overspend on things you don't really need or want. Instead of rushing to see everything in a single day, you can take your time and enjoy the things that truly matter. Whether it is enjoying the fresh air on a hike or spending time with loved ones over a simple meal, slowing down lets you connect with the culture and environment in a way that a whirlwind trip just can And here's the interesting part. This slower pace can actually be the secret to saving money while in Slovenia. When you rush through the cities and attractions, it's easy to fall for tourist traps. expensive shops, pricey restaurants, and guided tours that promise you the best experience but cost you a lot more than they worth. But by slowing down and taking the time to talk to locals, wander off the beaten path, and enjoy Slovenia's natural beauty, you can find experiences that are both rich and affordable. For example, instead of dining in a fancy restaurant, you can try local eateries that serve delicious meals at a fraction of the cost. The same goes for entertainment. Slovenia is home to a number of free or low-cost experiences, such as exploring the beautiful lakes, forests, and historical landmarks, many of which are open to the public and cost very little. Key features that make Slovenia. Affordable. When people think of Europe, they often imagine expensive living costs, especially in popular tourist cities like Paris, London, or Rome. But here's the twist. Slovenia breaks that stereotype and offers an incredible quality of life at a fraction of the cost. If you're wondering how it's possible to live comfortably in Europe on a tight budget, Slovenia holds the secret. Let's break down some of the key features that make Slovenia one of the most affordable places to live in Europe. Housing. First, let's talk about one of the most significant expenses for anyone living in a city: housing. In Slovenia's capital, Ljubljana, you can find a one-bedroom apartment in the city center for just about $400 a month. That's right, $400 for a cozy, well-located apartment in the heart of a beautiful European capital. Compare that to cities like Paris or London, where a similar apartment could cost you thousands of dollars every month. Not only is the rent affordable, but the quality of housing in Ljubljana is excellent. Apartments are modern, comfortable, and well-equipped, meaning you get great value for your money. If you want to explore the outskirts of the city or live in a smaller town, you can expect even lower rental prices. Smaller towns like Maribor or Cranj offer even more affordable options, with rents dropping below $300 for a one-bedroom apartment. The options are endless, and the best part is that Slovenia offers a high standard of living at a fraction of what you pay in other European countries. Dining out. One of the joys of traveling or living in a new country is the food. But in many parts of Europe, dining out can be quite expensive, especially in tourist-heavy areas. Fortunately, Slovenia offers delicious meals at affordable prices. If you decide to enjoy a meal at a mid-range restaurant in Ljubljana, you can expect to pay around $15 per person. This is much lower than what you'd pay in other major European cities. In fact, you can have a nice three-course meal for under $30, which is quite a bargain by European standards. If you're a fan of street food or casual dining, Slovenia has plenty of affordable options. You can grab a satisfying meal from street vendors or small eateries for as little as $5. That means you can easily enjoy the local cuisine, whether it as a hearty dish like a traditional Slovenian stew or a quick sandwich, without spending much. This is great for those who want to sample local flavors but don't want to empty their wallets doing it. Transportation. Getting around in Slovenia is incredibly cheap and convenient, which is another reason the country is so affordable. Slovenia has an excellent public transport system, especially in the capital, Ljubljana. A bus ride or a tram ride costs just $1.50, which is a steal compared to other European capitals. You can easily travel across the city without spending much money. If you prefer cycling, Ljubljana is one of the most bike-friendly cities in Europe, with dedicated cycling lanes and rental stations scattered throughout the city. In fact, the city even offers free bike rentals for tourists. When it comes to traveling between cities, Slovenia's train system is an excellent option. A train ride between major cities like Ljubljana, Maribor, or Koper can cost as little as $5, which is incredibly affordable. You can explore the entire country on a budget, whether you are heading to the stunning lakes of Bled or the seaside towns along the Adriatic coast. Slovenia's public transport system makes it easy to get around without spending too much, so you can travel, sightsee, and discover new places without worrying about high transportation costs. Utilities. One of the hidden costs that people often overlook when calculating the cost of living is utilities. In most European countries, heating, electricity, and water bills can add up quickly. But in Slovenia, utilities are surprisingly affordable. For a one-bedroom apartment in Ljubljana, you can expect to pay around $100 per month for basic utilities, which includes heating, water, and electricity. This is a great price, especially when you consider that Slovenia can experience cold winters, and you still won't have to worry about paying sky-high heating bills. Even in larger apartments or homes, utility costs remain relatively low. Slovenia's energy costs are among the lowest in Europe, thanks in part to the country's renewable energy resources and efficient infrastructure. So, when you factor in rent, utilities, and transportation, it's clear that living in Slovenia doesn't require a huge budget. Groceries. Grocery shopping in Slovenia is another area where your budget will stretch much further than in other European countries. Slovenia has a wide range of local markets and grocery stores offering fresh produce, local cheeses, meats, and other essentials at a fraction of the price you'd pay in more expensive European countries. A typical grocery bill for one person can range from $100 to $150 a month, depending on your eating habits. Fresh fruits and vegetables are reasonably priced, and you can often find locally grown organic produce at affordable rates. Local cheeses, wines, and meats are another great deal. Slovenia is known for its wine, and you can enjoy a bottle of local wine for as little as $5. You can also buy delicious cured meats and cheeses, such as the famous Carniolan sausage, for much less than you'd pay in neighboring Italy or Austria. Whether you're cooking at home or buying a picnic to enjoy by Lake Bled, Slovenia's grocery prices make it easy to eat well on a budget. Entertainment and activities. Slovenia is full of free and low-cost activities that will keep you entertained without draining your wallet. If you love nature, you'll be in heaven. Slovenia's beautiful lakes, mountains, and forests are free to explore. You can hike, swim, cycle, or just relax in nature, enjoying Slovenia's natural beauty without paying a cent. There are also many free events and festivals throughout the year, from outdoor concerts to local art shows, so you can enjoy the cultural scene without spending much. For those who prefer indoor activities, Slovenia offers affordable museums, galleries, and theaters. The entry fee for most museums is less than $10, and many offer free days throughout the year, so you can immerse yourself in Slovenia's rich history and culture without breaking your budget. So, is it realistic to live in Slovenia for just $500 a month? Absolutely. The beauty of Slovenia is not just in its landscapes, but also in how affordable the country is to live in. The cost of living is low, the quality of life is high, and you don't need to break the bank to experience all that this country has to offer. From affordable housing and delicious food to cheap transportation and utilities, Slovenia is a place where your money goes further than you'd ever expect in Europe. Whether you're thinking about moving here or just visiting on a budget, Slovenia offers a European experience without the hefty price tag. Hidden costs. What to watch out for. Of course, like any place, Slovenia has its hidden costs. While it's known for being one of the most affordable destinations in Europe, there are still some expenses that could sneak up on you if you're not careful. Fine dining, international flights, and some of the more touristy spots can definitely eat into your budget, so it's important to be aware of these costs to avoid any surprises during your trip. But don't worry, there are always ways to save money if you know where to look. Let us break down a few things to watch out for when it comes to hidden costs in Slovenia. First, while Slovenia is generally affordable, certain touristy areas can get pricier, especially during peak seasons. Lake Bled, for example, is one of the country's most famous spots, and it's no secret that prices around the lake can be quite high during the summer months. Hotels near the lake, especially those with views of the water, can cost you much more than accommodations in other parts of the country. Even dining at restaurants near the lake tends to be pricier, with meals costing more than what you'd pay in the capital city, Ljubljana, or in smaller towns. While you can still find affordable options, it's easy to get caught up in the touristy vibe and pay more than you need to. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay in a hotel right by the lake or dine at the overpriced restaurants to enjoy Lake Bled. The real magic happens when you skip the tourist traps and follow the local flow. Instead of booking a pricey hotel near Lake Bled, try staying in a nearby town like Bled or Bohinj, which offers more affordable accommodation options. These places are just a short bus ride away from the lake, and you'll still get to enjoy the stunning views and all the activities the lake has to offer. By staying in a town nearby, you'll save money on your accommodation and meals without missing out on the experience. Another hidden cost to watch out for is international flights. Slovenia's main airport, Jože Pučnik Airport in Ljubljana, has good connections to many European cities, but flights from outside Europe can sometimes be more expensive. If you're flying from outside Europe, you might find that the cost of the flight could eat up a significant part of your budget, especially if you don't book in advance. One way to minimize flight costs is to plan your trip early, look for deals on budget airlines, or consider flying into nearby airports in countries like Italy or Austria and then taking a bus or train to Slovenia. Traveling by train or bus within Europe is affordable, and it can help you save money on flights. When it comes to dining out, Slovenia offers a lot of affordable options, but as with most places, there are exceptions. Fine dining restaurants, especially in tourist hotspots, can be quite expensive. While local eateries and casual dining spots offer delicious food at a great price, fancy restaurants may charge significantly more. If you're looking to eat on a budget, it's best to stick to small, local places where the food is just as good but at a fraction of the cost. Many Slovenians also enjoy picnics in nature, buying fresh ingredients from local markets and preparing meals outdoors. This is a great way to experience Slovenia's fresh produce without spending much at all. There are also some hidden costs in terms of activities. While Slovenia is known for its free and low-cost outdoor activities, there are still some paid attractions that can add up. For example, while visiting Lake Bled is free, some of the activities around the lake, like renting a boat or taking a guided tour, can get a little pricey. The same goes for other popular destinations like Postojna Cave and Prijama Castle. While these are definitely worth seeing, ticket prices can add up quickly, especially if you visit multiple attractions. To save money, consider looking for package deals or discounts, or even visiting some of Slovenia Kakar, Asi, other less-known caves and castles that may not charge entry fees or have lower prices. One hidden cost that's easy to overlook is the cost of souvenirs. As with many tourist destinations, Slovenia has plenty of souvenir shops selling everything from local handicrafts to food products. While it's tempting to bring back a memento of your trip, some of these souvenirs can be marked up significantly in tourist areas. If you're looking for authentic and affordable souvenirs, head to local markets or smaller shops away from the main tourist hubs. You'll find handmade items like ceramics, wool products, and local honey, often at much lower prices than what you'll pay at a souvenir shop. So, while Slovenia is overall an affordable destination, there are a few hidden costs that travelers should be aware of. The key is to avoid the typical tourist traps, plan ahead, and make smart choices when it comes to accommodation, dining, activities, and shopping. By staying in less touristy towns, eating where the locals eat, and seeking out free or low-cost activities, you can still enjoy all that Slovenia has to offer while sticking to your budget. Slovenia's charm lies not only in its beauty and culture, but also in how you experience it. By embracing the local way of life and avoiding unnecessary spending, you'll get the most out of your trip without breaking the bank. Real-life examples: how to make it work. Okay, let me tell you about Maria, an American expat who moved to Slovenia with just a small savings fund. When she first arrived, she was unsure how to stretch her dollar in Europe. She had heard Slovenia was affordable, but the thought of living in Europe on such a small budget was a little intimidating. However, after a few months of settling in and figuring out the local way of life, Maria was comfortably living on just $500 a month. You might be thinking, how is that even possible in Europe? Well, let me explain how she did it, and how you can too. Maria's first key to living on a budget was finding an affordable place to stay. Instead of booking an expensive hotel or staying in the touristy areas where rent can be much higher, Maria found a small apartment in a quieter, non-touristy neighborhood on the outskirts of Ljubljana. The rent was just $350 a month, which is an absolute steal for a city like Ljubljana, especially considering the location was only a short bus ride from the city center. By avoiding the high rents that come with staying near the main tourist attractions, Maria saved a significant amount of money. This might seem like a small decision, but it made a huge difference in her ability to live comfortably within her budget. Another big change Maria made was how she shopped for food. Like many newcomers to Europe, she was initially drawn to the bigger supermarkets that are more familiar, but she quickly realized that shopping at local markets was much more affordable. The grocery prices at the local market were significantly lower, and the food was fresher. Maria learned to buy produce directly from local farmers and small family-owned stores where she could get vegetables, meat, and cheese at prices much lower than in larger grocery stores. For instance, she could pick up a week's worth of fresh fruit and vegetables for only $15, and local cheese and meats for around $10. This helped her stay within budget while still enjoying high-quality food, which is a huge benefit in a country known for its fresh and tasty ingredients. Maria also made a point to embrace Slovenia's coffee culture, which was both affordable and delightful. In many countries, the price of a cup of coffee in a cafe can add up quickly, especially if you enjoy having a cup every day. But in Slovenia, things are different. The price of a cup of espresso or coffee at a local cafe is usually around 150 thoxers. This is far cheaper than what you'd pay in cities like Paris or London, where a coffee can cost you up to $5 or more. Maria made it a part of her daily routine to visit a local cafe, enjoying her coffee while soaking in the local atmosphere. This not only helped her save money, but also gave her a chance to connect with locals and experience the slower pace of life that Slovenia is known for. In addition to the coffee culture, Maria also adjusted her approach to transportation. Instead of renting a car or using taxis, which can quickly eat into your budget, she relied on Slovenia's excellent public transport system. A bus ride in Ljubljana costs just $1.50, and she could easily travel between cities by train for as little as $5. Maria loved exploring different parts of Slovenia, and the affordable public transportation made it easy for her to do so. Whether she was visiting Lake Bled, hiking in Triglav National Park, or taking a day trip to the seaside, she could get around the country without spending a lot of money. For someone living on a budget, this is a huge advantage, especially when you compare it to other European countries where transport costs can quickly add up. One of the most important changes Maria made was shifting her mindset from being a tourist to living like a local. As a tourist, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of trying every restaurant and visiting every attraction, but this can be expensive. Instead, Maria started to follow the Slovenian way of life by spending more time outdoors, enjoying nature, and taking part in low-cost or free activities. Slovenia offers an abundance of natural beauty, from hiking trails in the Alps to peaceful lakeside spots, and all of it is free to enjoy. By embracing these experiences, Maria was able to cut down on entertainment expenses while still feeling like she was getting the most out of her time in Slovenia. Maria also made sure to avoid spending too much on unnecessary luxuries. While Slovenia does have some high-end shops and restaurants, she chose to live simply and focus on the things that truly mattered to her. She learned to enjoy the local lifestyle, which emphasizes quality of life over material possessions. This mindset helped her save hundreds of dollars each month and live a fulfilling life without feeling deprived. By making small adjustments like these, Maria was able to live comfortably on just $500 a month. She found an affordable apartment, shopped smartly, embraced local coffee culture, used public transportation, and focused on the simple pleasures of life. Her experience shows that living in Slovenia on a budget is not only possible, it is actually quite easy if you are willing to make a few changes and take advantage of the affordable options the country offers. If Maria can do it, so can you. So, if you're thinking about moving to Slovenia or spending an extended period here, take a page out of Maria's book. Find a non-touristy apartment, shop locally, embrace the low-cost coffee culture, and make the most of Slovenia's beautiful natural attractions. By living like a local instead of a tourist, you can easily make Slovenia a budget-friendly destination and enjoy a high-quality life without breaking the bank. Slovenia's best-kept secrets, where locals go. One of the most exciting parts of traveling in Slovenia is discovering its hidden gems, the places that locals love but are often overlooked by tourists. Sure, the popular spots like Lake Bled and Ljubljana get all the attention, but the true heart of Slovenia can be found in the smaller, quieter corners of the country. If you want to experience the real Slovenia, you have to go off the beaten path and explore like a local. Let me show you a few of these secret spots where you can truly connect with the country and experience its authentic charm. If you're a fan of wine, Slovenia is one of the best places to be. But instead of visiting the busy tourist wineries, why not head to the little town of Vipava? This hidden gem is famous for its homegrown organic wines that you won't find in most tourist guides. Vipava is located in the Vipava Valley, an area known for its ideal climate for growing grapes. The wines here are not only delicious but also ridiculously affordable. You can taste a variety of local wines while enjoying the beautiful scenery of vineyards and hills surrounding the town. The best part is that the wineries in this area are small and family-run, so you get a more personal, relaxed experience compared to the bigger, more commercial wineries. The locals are happy to share their passion for wine, and you can even try some unique Slovenian wines that aren't available anywhere else. If you enjoy hiking and nature, Slovenia has some of the most stunning trails that remain quiet and peaceful, far from the crowded spots. Triglav National Park, Slovenia's largest national park, is a must-see for nature lovers. While many tourists flock to the popular hiking trails around Lake Bled or the base of Mount Triglav, the park offers plenty of lesser-known trails that lead to spectacular views. One such trail is the route to the Vršić Pass, which takes you through breathtaking alpine meadows and offers panoramic views of the Julian Alps. These quiet trails let you escape the crowds and truly immerse yourself in Slovenia's natural beauty. You'll find yourself walking through peaceful forests, crossing crystal-clear streams, and reaching hidden viewpoints that are all yours to enjoy in solitude. Another local favorite that many visitors miss is the Socha River. Known for its bright turquoise waters and dramatic landscapes, the Socha River is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. While many people know the river for its activities like kayaking and rafting, there are also many beautiful hiking trails along the river that give you a chance to experience its beauty without the crowds. One of the best ways to explore the Socha Valley is by following the historic Socha Trail, a 25-kilometer path that takes you along the river, through picturesque villages and past remnants of World War I. This trail offers a unique mix of history, nature, and tranquility, making it a great way to experience Slovenia from a different angle. When it comes to small towns, Slovenia is full of them, each offering something special. For a truly authentic experience, visit the town of Škofja Loka. This charming medieval town is just a short drive from Ljubljana, but feels like a step back in time. With its narrow cobbled streets, medieval castle, and beautiful churches, Škofja Loka is a place where you can wander aimlessly and discover hidden corners filled with history. It's one of those places where locals gather for a quiet afternoon, enjoying a cup of coffee or a homemade pastry in the town square. Unlike the busy tourist spots, Škofja Loka retains its traditional charm, and you'll feel like you've been transported to a simpler time. And then there's the secret of Slovenia's coastal region. While everyone knows about Piran, Slovenia's most famous coastal town, many visitors overlook the nearby towns of Izola and Koper. These towns are less crowded than Piran, but just as beautiful. Izola, in particular, is known for its laid-back atmosphere, where you can enjoy a peaceful walk along the marina, sip a drink at a local cafe, and watch the boats drift by. The beaches here are smaller and more intimate, offering a relaxing spot to unwind by the sea without the bustle of a major tourist destination. Iespoas is the perfect place to escape the crowds and enjoy the Mediterranean vibe at a slower pace. The beauty of Slovenia lies in these quiet, hidden spots, places that aren't plastered all over travel magazines or Instagram feeds. These are the places where you can get a real sense of the country's culture and natural beauty. What makes these spots even better is that they're not overrun with tourists, meaning you can enjoy them without feeling like you're just another face in the crowd. The key to finding Slovenia's best-kept secrets is to step away from the tourist hotspots and follow the locals. You'll find that the true magic of Slovenia lies not in its famous attractions, but in the quiet, unassuming places where life moves at a slower pace. So, if you're planning to visit Slovenia, make sure to look beyond the touristy areas and seek out these hidden gems. Whether it's sipping wine in Vipava, hiking the quieter trails of Triglav National Park, or exploring the charming town of Škofja Loka, there's so much more to Slovenia than what meets the eye. These local spots will give you a deeper connection to the country and allow you to experience Slovenia like a local. Trust me, these are the kinds of experiences that you'll remember long after your trip is over, and they the real treasures of Slovenia. The cost of experiences. Living life in Slovenia. What is truly amazing about Slovenia is how it offers a rich and fulfilling life without making you break the bank. Unlike many other countries in Europe where living well often comes with high costs, Slovenia offers a high quality of life that doesn't require you to spend a lot. If you're someone who loves to explore, relax, or simply enjoy life, Slovenia has you covered. Let's start by talking about entertainment. One of the best things about Slovenia is its outdoor activities, and the good news is that most of them are either free or very cheap. If you love nature and being outdoors, Slovenia is paradise. Whether it's skiing in the Alps during the winter or hiking, cycling, and swimming in lakes during the summer, you'll find that these activities are not only affordable, but often free. Imagine spending the day hiking in the Julian Alps with stunning mountain views, or swimming in one of Slovenia's beautiful lakes, like Lake Bled or Lake Bohinj. These kinds of outdoor experiences are part of the everyday life here, and locals take full advantage of them. They spend weekends out in nature, enjoying everything it has to offer without paying a hefty price. In fact, many Slovenians don't rely on expensive gyms or spas to stay fit and healthy. They're able to stay active by simply enjoying the great outdoors, which is free. Hiking trails, cycling paths, and even places to swim or picnic are easily accessible. For example, you can cycle along the Socha River or take a leisurely walk through one of the many beautiful parks in Ljubljana, all at no cost. This is part of the Slovenian lifestyle, enjoying life at a slower pace, appreciating nature, and staying active without needing to spend money on memberships or fancy equipment. It's a lifestyle that encourages balance and well-being, and it's all available for very little. But outdoor activities aren't the only affordable way to enjoy life in Slovenia. The country also has a vibrant arts and culture scene, and many of these cultural experiences are free or low cost. Throughout the year, Slovenia hosts a wide range of festivals, concerts, and events, many of which are free to attend. From local markets in Ljubljana to film festivals, outdoor concerts, and arts exhibitions, there's always something going on. These events often take place in public spaces, like parks or town squares, where you can enjoy the arts while sitting on a bench or walking through the area. This creates an atmosphere of community and culture that's easy to be a part of, without spending a lot of money. In addition to cultural events, Slovenia is home to many charming small towns where you can enjoy simple pleasures like browsing local markets or visiting quaint shops. The cost of socializing is also relatively low. You can meet friends for a coffee or meal at a local cafe without worrying about how much it will cost. A cup of coffee in Slovenia can be as little as $1.50, which is much cheaper than what you'd pay in most other European countries. You'll often find locals gathering at cafes, enjoying a relaxed conversation with friends, or reading a book in peace. This cafe culture is one of the ways Slovenians socialize and unwind, and it's an affordable way to enjoy quality time with others. Eating out in Slovenia is another area where you can enjoy great experiences without spending a fortune. If you stick to local restaurants and markets, you can have a delicious meal for just $10–15. Traditional Slovenian dishes like potica, a type of nut roll, idrijski žlikrofi, dumplings, or jota, a hearty stew, are affordable and filling. You can also find local food at farmers markets, where you can buy fresh, seasonal ingredients at reasonable prices. With so much fresh produce and local food available, you'll be able to enjoy healthy meals that won't cost you much at all. In Slovenia, it's not just about spending money to enjoy life. The true beauty of this country lies in its simple pleasures. Whether it's a stroll through the picturesque streets of Ljubljana, a visit to a hidden cafe, or a relaxing afternoon at the lake, you can enjoy so much without having to splurge. This is a country where you can experience a rich cultural life, enjoy nature, and stay active, all while keeping your budget intact. The best part is that these experiences are part of everyday life in Slovenia, and they're available to anyone who chooses to embrace the lifestyle. So, whether you're looking to stay active, experience the arts, or just enjoy the simple pleasures of life, Slovenia offers it all. The cost of living here may be low, but the quality of life is anything but. You don't need to spend a lot of money to enjoy a rich and fulfilling life in Slovenia. From outdoor adventures to cultural events and affordable dining, Slovenia offers experiences that are hard to beat. And the best part? You can enjoy them without worrying about overspending. It's a place where life is about balance, simplicity, and making the most of what's around you, all while staying within your budget. Travel tips: maximizing your budget in Slovenia. Let me leave you with a few travel tips that will help you maximize your $500 budget while making the most of your time in Slovenia. It's possible to enjoy everything this beautiful country has to offer without spending too much, as long as you're willing to make smart choices and take advantage of local habits. If you follow these tips, you can stretch your budget further and still have an incredible experience. 1. Use the bus or train for long trips. One of the biggest costs for travelers is transportation, especially if you're hopping between cities. But Slovenia's public transportation system is incredibly affordable and easy to use, which can save you a lot of money compared to renting a car or taking taxis. The bus and train services in Slovenia are reliable, clean, and budget-friendly. A train ride from Ljubljana to any major city costs as little as $5, and bus fares are just as cheap, often under $10 for longer routes. This makes traveling around Slovenia very affordable, and you don't need to worry about expensive car rentals, parking fees, or fuel costs. Plus, public transport is convenient, with frequent departures between major cities, so you won't waste time waiting around. If you're visiting multiple cities or attractions, this can save you a lot of money over time. 2. Stay in guest houses or hostels. Accommodation can easily eat into your budget, but there are plenty of affordable options in Slovenia that allow you to stay comfortably without breaking the bank. Instead of booking an expensive hotel, consider staying in guest houses or hostels. Many hostels offer private rooms that are perfect for travelers who want a little more privacy but still want to keep costs low. A private room in a guest house or hostel can cost as little as $25 $40 a night, compared to the $100 or more you might pay for a hotel room in the city center. Hostels in Slovenia are well-maintained and often have great common areas where you can meet other travelers. You'll also find hostels in smaller towns and villages, offering a more relaxed and authentic experience. Another benefit is that many hostels provide kitchens where you can cook your own meals, further cutting down on food costs. If you're staying longer, some places even offer discounts for weekly stays, which can help you save even more. 3. Shop at local markets. When it comes to food, one of the best ways to save money is to shop at local markets. Slovenia has some excellent farmers markets, especially in cities like Ljubljana, Maribor, and Koper, where you can buy fresh produce, meats, dairy products, and baked goods at much lower prices than in supermarkets. Shopping at local markets allows you to support small-scale farmers and artisans while getting the freshest, highest quality food. For example, you can get fresh fruit and vegetables for a fraction of what you would pay at the supermarket, and locally made cheeses and cured meats cost much less than in grocery stores. Plus, markets are a great place to meet locals, learn about Slovenian food traditions, and try something new that you might not find in a typical supermarket. Buying ingredients at the market also gives you the option to cook your own meals. Cooking at your accommodation is a fantastic way to save money, especially if you're traveling on a tight budget. Slovenia's food is simple but incredibly flavorful, and you can easily make delicious meals for just a few dollars. Local dishes like stews, soups, and pasta-based meals are affordable to make and perfect for cooking in your hostel or guest house kitchen. If you want to experience the local food culture, make sure to try some Slovenian staples like potica, a sweet nut roll, or idritski jlikrofi, dumplings, which you can often find at markets or small restaurants for a very reasonable price. 4. Embrace the local coffee culture. One of the easiest ways to save money in Slovenia, especially if you're a coffee lover, is to embrace the local coffee culture. In many countries, cafes and coffee shops can be pricey. But in Slovenia, the coffee culture is affordable and an essential part of daily life. A cup of espresso or coffee at a local bar, Slovenia's version of a cafe, costs about $1.50, which is a bargain compared to places like Paris or London, where a cup of coffee can cost 3 times as much. The best part? The coffee is excellent, and you get to enjoy it in a relaxed, laid-back atmosphere, often sitting outside with a view of the city or countryside. In Slovenia, locals often gather in bars to enjoy coffee, chat with friends, or catch up on the news. It's not just about the coffee itself, it's about the experience. You can order a small coffee or espresso at a bar and spend as much time as you want relaxing, watching the world go by without worrying about the bill. This is a great way to take in the local culture while keeping your costs down. So, instead of splurging on fancy cafes with overpriced drinks, make sure to explore the local bars and enjoy a simple, delicious cup of coffee without breaking your budget. 5. Take advantage of free or low-cost attractions. Slovenia is known for its natural beauty, and the best part is that a lot of the attractions here are completely free or cost very little to visit. The country is full of national parks, hiking trails, and lakes where you can spend the day exploring without paying a dime. For example, Lake Bled and Lake Bohinj are free to visit, and you can walk around the lakes, swim, or simply enjoy the stunning views without any entrance fees. Triglav National Park, Slovenia's largest national park, offers some of the best hiking trails in Europe, and most of them are free to explore. Whether you're into hiking, cycling, or simply soaking up the beauty of Slovenia's landscapes, you don't have to spend money to enjoy the country's natural wonders. Even in cities like Ljubljana, you can find plenty of things to do without paying anything. The city is full of beautiful parks, riverside walks, and historic neighborhoods that are perfect for leisurely strolls. You can visit museums and galleries with affordable or even free entry on certain days, allowing you to soak in Slovenia's culture and history without spending a lot. Many local festivals and events are also free, so if you visit during the right time, you can experience Slovenia's art scene without paying high ticket prices. 6. Use discounts and look for deals. If you're planning to visit attractions or dine out, always look for discounts or special deals. Slovenia offers several discount cards that provide reduced entry fees for museums, attractions, and public transport. For example, the Ljubljana card gives you access to over 20 attractions and free public transport, helping you save money while exploring the city. You can also find discounts for students, seniors, or groups, so it's worth asking about any available offers wherever you go. If you're staying in one place for a longer time, consider getting a multi-day pass for public transportation. This can save you money on bus or train fares, especially if you plan to use public transport frequently. Many towns and cities also offer deals on accommodation for longer stays, so don't hesitate to negotiate or ask for discounts. By using these travel tips and taking advantage of Slovenia's affordable lifestyle, you can easily stretch your $500 budget and have an amazing experience. From using public transport to shopping at local markets, staying in guest houses, and embracing the local coffee culture, there are plenty of ways to save money while still enjoying everything Slovenia has to offer. It's all about making smart choices, living like a local, and finding the best deals to maximize your travel experience without overspending. With a little planning, you can make the most of your time in Slovenia and enjoy everything this beautiful country has to offer, without breaking the bank. Is Slovenia the best hidden gem in Europe? So, there you have it, Slovenia, a country that's beautiful, peaceful, and surprisingly easy on your wallet. After going through everything, low rent, cheap transport, affordable food, and all the amazing experiences you can enjoy for free or at a low cost, it is hard not to see why this place is often called Europe, as best kept secret. While people rush to visit big-name cities like Rome, Paris, or Barcelona and spend a fortune, Slovenia quietly offers just as much charm, nature, and culture. without the high prices and crowded streets. That's what makes it stand out. Slovenia gives you a complete European experience. You've got the Alps, lakes, caves, castles, beaches, vineyards, cozy towns, and a capital city that's lively yet relaxed. But the best part is that you don't need to be rich to enjoy all of this. If you've ever dreamed of exploring Europe but felt held back by your budget, Slovenia proves that you don't need thousands of dollars to live or travel well. Even with just $500 a month, you can live in a clean apartment, eat delicious food, travel across the country, and still have money left over to enjoy your time. And the quality of life? It's not just good, it's excellent. But here's the thing. Slovenia isn't a place where you show up and act like a tourist every day. To really feel the magic of this country, you have to live like a local. That means taking your time, walking instead of rushing, sitting down for a coffee and actually enjoying it instead of grabbing it on the go, talking to people, learning about their way of life, shopping at the market instead of a chain store. These small changes not only help you save money, but they also let you experience a different, more peaceful way of living, something that's hard to find in fast-paced cities. It is also worth remembering that Slovenia is not a cheap place in the way some might think. It's affordable, yes, but it doesn't feel cheap. It's clean, safe, well-organized, and has good infrastructure. The people take pride in their towns, their food, their traditions. It feels rich, not in money, but in experience. You don't feel like you're missing out just because you're spending less. On the contrary, spending less here actually gives you more freedom. Less financial pressure means more time to explore, more energy to connect with the environment and people, and more opportunities to discover what really matters to you. That's something money can't always buy. You have also seen by now that Slovenia has its own hidden rules, ways of life that might seem unusual at first, like the slower pace, the calmness, and the focus on simplicity. But those are the things that make it special. If you go in expecting a flashy, fast lifestyle, you might be confused. But if you go in with an open mind, ready to enjoy nature, slow mornings, and simple joys, you'll come out with something more valuable than just travel photos. You will come out with perspective. Now, you might be asking, is Slovenia really the best hidden gem in Europe? In my opinion, yes. Not just because of its natural beauty or low cost, but because of the balance it offers. It has a little bit of everything: culture, history, landscapes, and community, without demanding too much in return. It's not about how much you can spend. It's about how much you can enjoy. That's why people who visit once often want to return. That's why some people come for a short trip and end up staying for years. It's that kind of place. So, what do you think? Could you see yourself living here, walking the quiet trails, sipping coffee in a local cafe, chatting with the friendly vendors at the morning market, or just sitting by the lake with a book in your hand? Or do you still think it sounds too good to be true? I want to hear from you. Would you take the chance and experience Slovenia for yourself? Or are you waiting for something even better? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I actually read them, and I'd love to know what part of Slovenia excited you the most. Was it the low cost of living? The peaceful lifestyle? Or maybe the hidden places only the locals know? And if you've been to Slovenia already, tell others what it's really like. Your story might be the thing that inspires someone else to finally make the leap and give this beautiful country a try. Before we wrap up, just know this: if you're planning to visit, I've got more tips, hidden spots, and real stories coming up. There are still places I haven't talked about, and tricks that can help you save even more. So stay tuned for future videos where I share more travel advice, especially for budget travelers who want more for less. Until then, take this thought with you. Europe doesn't have to be expensive, stressful, or crowded. Sometimes the best places are the ones that aren't talked about the most. Slovenia is one of them, and maybe it's your turn to see why. So, what's your take? Could you really see yourself living in Slovenia for just $500 a month? It might sound too good to be true at first, but I've shown you how it's possible. Affordable living. amazing experiences, and a lifestyle that lets you enjoy everything Europe has to offer without the high costs. But now, I want to hear from you. After everything I've shared about Slovenia, the low rent, the cheap public transport, the fresh food from local markets, do you think it could work for you? Could you make it happen? Maybe you're already planning a trip, or maybe this video has sparked a curiosity you didn't know you had. Drop your thoughts below in the comments. I really want to know what part of Slovenia excites you the most. Is it the natural beauty, the simple life, or the possibility of living affordably in such a stunning country? Maybe you've been to Slovenia already and want to share your own experience. If that's the case, don't hold back. Your story could be just what someone else needs to hear to take the leap. But wait, there's more. I'm not done yet. If you liked what you heard in this video and want to learn more, I'm ready to share even more tips and hidden gems. There are so many places in Slovenia that are off the beaten path, places where you can live like a local, away from the crowds and at an affordable price. How about the top 5 places in Slovenia that will make you feel like you truly belong here? Sounds interesting, right? These are spots that many visitors overlook, but locals know them well. And trust me, they're some of the best experiences Slovenia has to offer. If you want to know what those places are, hit that like button. I'll be waiting to share them with you in the next video, and I promise you won't want to miss out. Also, if you've found this video helpful, or if you think someone you know could benefit from this information, share it with them. Whether it's a friend who has always wanted to live in Europe on a budget, or someone who just needs a change of pace, this video could be the perfect introduction to Slovenia. Let ES get the word out and help others discover this hidden gem that's waiting for them. And hey, don't forget, there's so much more to come. I've got more travel tips, budget hacks, and insider knowledge to share. Not just for Slovenia, but for other incredible budget-friendly destinations around Europe. So, if you're into affordable travel and want to make the most out of your next adventure, make sure you're subscribed. I'll keep bringing you the best advice to make your travels stress-free and wallet-friendly. Before you go, remember this: Slovenia is not just a country you visit. It's a place you can live, thrive, and enjoy without burning through your savings. If you're up for a fresh, exciting European experience without the high cost, Slovenia might just be the answer you've been looking for. And who knows, this could be the start of a whole new chapter for you. So, what do you think? Are you ready to take the plunge into Slovenia's affordable lifestyle? Or are you still on the fence? Drop your comments below, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to know that you can live in Europe without the sky-high costs. Let's get talking, and I'll see you in the next video, where I'll reveal more travel secrets you won't want to miss.